Quick note, we are two AI hosts, and this is an AI-generated conversation based on a PowerV article. It is educational and not medical advice. All right, getting right into it. Reactive skin? Read the clock, not the sting. So, if you've got easily irritated skin, the short answer to finding some real comfort is actually super simple. Less is absolutely more. And honestly, timing tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly, Maya. And that brings us to a huge question, right? Are you having an irritant reaction or a contact allergy? Because when your sensitive skin starts acting up, man, it is so tempting to just judge the reaction by how uncomfortable it feels. But figuring out the actual culprit isn't about how much it stings. It is entirely about when that reaction started.
So let's jump right into section 1, reading the reaction clock. Because, like we just said, timing really is everything.
You know, these two very different types of reactions usually just get lumped together under the umbrella of sensitive skin, and that completely changes how you shop for skincare. So look at the direct comparison here. An irritant reaction arrives super fast, we're talking minutes to a few hours, and it settles down pretty much as soon as you stop using the product. But a contact allergy, that sneaks up on you 24 to 72 hours later, and it actually returns worse every single time. So the clock basically tells you if a product was just, a little too much for today, or if it has an ingredient you need to avoid forever.
Right, and this perfectly explains why your standard patch testing often totally fails easily irritated skin. A 24-hour test just misses the mark completely because it ends right when that delayed contact allergy window is just beginning. So to actually be safe, 48 to 72 hours is your true safe window. Oh, and remember, you've got to test one new product at a time on clean skin. Otherwise, the test tells you absolutely nothing.
Okay, moving right along to section 2, the subtraction method, where less is absolutely more.
When you're dealing with a flare-up and visible redness, the most counterintuitive approach is actually the best one. You simply cannot buy your way out of a reaction. You have to subtract, which is so frustrating, I know. We have all been there. But think about it. 6 products on a reacting face means 6 suspects. If you go and add a new calming serum on top of all that, you're really just throwing a 7th suspect onto an already confused face. You totally lose the ability to figure out what actually caused the issue.
So here is a completely free protocol for when your skin is acting up. It's all about a stripped-back routine. Step 1, just stop the newest product immediately. Step 2, switch to only washing with lukewarm water and a really gentle, non-foaming cleanser. Step 3, use one bland, totally unremarkable moisturizer. And Step 4, apply your mineral sunscreen right over that moisturizer so there's a nice little buffer. Then, change absolutely nothing else for 2 solid weeks.
And please, I know it's hard, but resist the urge to exfoliate any flaking or add a new calming product on top. Those instincts totally backfire. Exfoliating physical flakes just removes the struggling surface that is desperately trying to hold in moisture. It might feel like you're doing less, but pulling back is exactly what your skin needs to look and feel settled again.
All right, let's transition over to section 3, building a safe baseline and the PowerV approach. This is all about 4 specific checks.
Once that visible redness has finally settled down, your skin really needs a boring, highly dependable routine. You can build that safe baseline by looking for 4 quick checks that basically rule out most triggers. First, it has to be genuinely fragrance-free by formulation, not just unscented. Second, you want to look for a very short ingredient list. Third, check if the finished bottle itself was dermatologist tested on sensitive skin. And fourth, look for countable barrier lipids on the label, things like ceramides and cholesterol.
And this kind of shows exactly where PowerV fits into a settled routine as a really gentle cosmetic option. PowerV is a fragrance-free barrier serum, and it's designed specifically for a settled, comfortable look. It uses 3 specific ceramides along with cholesterol. Together, those ingredients really support the look and feel of a beautifully settled barrier, but without overwhelming your skin with a super long list of unnecessary additives.
And I actually love this number right here, 52. The finished PowerV bottle was dermatologist tested on 52 people with sensitive skin, resulting in 0 adverse events. It wasn't just a single ingredient being tested in a lab somewhere, It was the actual final formula that you put on your face. That is such a fantastic sign when you're just trying to keep easily irritated skin looking and feeling its absolute best.
Now let's look at the ingredient-level study findings which are attributed to Mibel biochemistry. These are really impressive for how they help the skin's hydration and overall appearance.
So in vivo, at 2 weeks, the ingredients showed a 91% improved barrier function look, a 17.5% increase in hydration feel, and 20% less water loss. It's really all about helping the skin visibly hold moisture and just look significantly smoother and calmer.
Okay, wrapping things up, let's move to Section 4. Your next steps. Taking back control.
Ultimately, true comfort doesn't come from some magical, complicated routine. It really comes down to knowing exactly what your skin loves and taking back control of the process. And on that note, I want to share this really beautiful message from the founder, Razu. She says, "You are absolutely beautiful exactly as you are. Reclaim your story." If you've been frustrated with easily irritated skin, please know your journey is completely valid. Your skin's reactions absolutely do not define you.
We would absolutely love for you to learn more. You can check it all out at powervskin.com. That is power, the letter V, skin.com. Make sure you don't miss that little V in the middle. It's super easy to miss. And while you're there, we invite you to get a free personalized AI skin analysis to help you figure out your best next steps. Just head over to powervskin.com/pages/skincare-quiz.
So as we wrap up this explainer, we want to leave you with one final thought. Look at your bathroom counter tonight. Instead of wondering what new products you need to add to calm things down, ask yourself, what will you subtract from your routine tonight to help your skin look and feel its absolute best?
Thanks so much for joining us.